you don't want it bad enough. And I know for a fact you aren't doing everything you can to reach your goals. Your nutrition isn't fully dialed in. Your sleep isn't fully dialed in. Your workouts aren't fully dialed in. And your recovery probably isn't fully dialed in. And these are all small, minuscule things that in the grand scheme of things might not seem like it makes a big difference. But trust me, if all these little tiny things aren't going to be locked in, then you're just in general not going to make the progress that you want. If your nutrition and sleep is locked in, your workouts might not be locked in. If your sleep and workouts are locked in, your nutrition might not be locked in. If everything is locked in, you might not be spending time with family and friends. You might not be, enjoying your life. And so, it's all these little things you have to make sure that you're actually focusing on, like your sleep, like your nutrition, like your workouts, like just having a good life, spending time with the people that actually care for you. Like, all these things are important, and it is important that you focus on these things rather than neglecting them and putting them to the side. But even though you might not be locked in, the best part is to recognize that you aren't locked in on all these little things. Because once you recognize what you're not focusing on, what you're not doing correctly, it becomes that much easier to focus on those little things. Like me, for example, whenever I'm in school, my sleep isn't as good as it could be because, I'm studying, I'm going to the gym late, and I'm taking caffeine. So I'm going to bed late, and then I have to wake up for an early morning class. And so my sleep may not be fully locked in. Maybe I didn't eat a good dinner because I didn't have time to cook because I was studying. But these are all little excuses that can be worked around, and you just have to, find the way to actually work all these things into your schedule. And these are things I have to focus on too. There are things that I can work on more to keep myself making more progress than I already am. And I know for a fact that, I'm not as locked in as, perfect as I say I should be. But once I recognize these things that, I'm not actually doing right, guess what? I can fix those things. So that's the motive for today. That's the message. Lock in all these little things. They might seem minuscule, they might not seem important, but trust me, in the grand scheme of things, you are going to thank yourself for, fixing all these things. You're going to thank yourself in the future for locking in your diet. Because trust me, once you start locking in your diet, once you start locking in your sleep, eventually it becomes so much easier. Day to day, it might be really hard to have that one day where you eat just good food. You don't eat any junk. You just eat healthy, good, high protein, low calorie meals, whatever it may be. And then the next day, it becomes 5% easier. The next day, 5% easier. And then boom, you're fully locked in. Your diet's perfect. And it's just about consistency. And the more consistent you are in these little things, the easier it becomes. And, that's the main takeaway. Just become consistent, fix all these little things, and you will make the progress you want. I promise you, you will. Welcome back, everybody, to another video. Today, we got pull on the agenda with triceps, of course. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to bench today. I mean, it's more of a, if I get to the gym and I feel like it. I'm working out with my one friend, and he's got push, so he's obviously benching, and so, I might load up some weight on the bench, maybe a little bit. We'll have to see, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna bench a little bit. I'm pretty sure. But nonetheless, I don't really got much else to talk about. I just wanted to come in and tell you guys all these things. And yeah, I mean, not much else to talk about. I will see you guys after the workout. Obviously, we got a post-workout car interview, but I thought a little pre-workout car interview would be necessary. But nonetheless, got nothing else to talk about. You might see me on bench in the next clip. You might not. I guess we'll see.
cannot take this anymore. Saying everything I've said before. All these words, they make no sense. I find bliss in ignorance. Less I hear, the less you say. You'll find that out anyway. Just like before. Everything you say to me sends me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. I find the answers aren't so clear. Wish I could find a way to disappear. All these thoughts, they make no sense. I found bliss in ignorance. Nothing seems to go away. Over and over again. Just like before. Everything you say to me sends me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. Everything you say to me sends me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. Shut up when I'm talking to you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up when I'm talking to you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm about to break. Everything you say to me sends me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. Everything you say to me sends me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. And you bring me to my knees again. All the times.
All right, workout complete. I got home like 20-ish minutes ago. I just took my posing and then posted a Instagram, TikTok, reel, whatever. I don't know, a short. But workout was pretty good. Well, to be fair, it wasn't actually that good. The pump was pretty good. But bench, I mean, I wasn't supposed to bench. And then I just went in and didn't really do, like, I don't really know. I was just benching. I only did one set anyways. Everything else was good though. I mean, like lat pull down was PR. I set a PR on everything, and that's pretty much like the like structured workout I'm gonna be doing for pole every time, because it's like, I mean, pretty much everything except for erectors is what I train, which I need to start, consistently training erectors, because it makes up a lot of your back, which is like, it's like the lower like columns going down your back. So it's pretty important. So I'm gonna start focusing on those. Also, I'm gonna start focusing on traps, because I think my traps are relatively underdeveloped on my like whole back. So gonna start, putting more attention towards that. But otherwise, it was a pretty good back day. I mean, lat pull down, rows, everything, pretty good. I mean, really nothing to complain about. It was my last workout there at that gym, and then I'm going back to school. So then I gotta work out at the Good Life, which is where I was working out at, which I like the Good Life. I just like working out with my friends. So, but I need to create a bench program, because right now I'm just going in and benching, which I like doing, but it's gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't even know what weight to do today. I don't know how many reps to do. It's just like, it's kind of pointless. It feels pointless. So I'm gonna start figuring out something I can do to ensure I'm still, getting stronger on bench while I'm, gaining weight and everything. So yeah, nonetheless, thank you guys for watching this video. My next video will be Well, it'll be posted on Sunday. It'll be recorded for me on Saturday, but it'll be posted Sunday, like 10 a.m., whatever. I don't really know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on Sunday, probably. See you guys.